So right now we're about to go eat and then head out into the Acropolis. So it should be a good time.
I was waking up for the first time in May.
This place is nice.
That's just the connection. It's where
For the last 5,000 years, now you know, continuously. So this is a very old part of the world. This thing used to be the last. We made it like that the last 15 years for the Olympics. It used to be a road, cars were passing by. So thankfully they decided to make it a walkway for people to go around. It's a meeting point, especially in the summer. Do you see these things here, these stands? They're everywhere. Now it's a day, I mean it's rainy, that's why you won't find more. Let me show you these ones. These things are, people here are Greek Orthodox, they're Christians. So it's not like, they don't have statues and stuff, they have these pictures, and it's a form of art. It's a very difficult one, and people study a lot in order to continue this legacy of. Most powerful power in the country. So it's the government, and the richest one is the church. Actually, I guess the church is richer than the government. So you cannot play with these guys. So
So far, it seems like a pretty beautiful place. We're all having a lot of fun, learning a lot of new things. We got a TED talker with us, been all over the world, so he really knows what he's talking about. So the best way to experience culture is through the food. So right now, as you can see, we're about to have our cultural awakening. About to indulge in some Greek food, so I'll see you then. There we go. First meal. So this is the first meal of the day. We got a baklava, and we'll see how it is. I'm telling you, we're living life now. What you got there, Lee?
It's chocolate cake and walnut cake.
other people's ways.
How does the amazing Davidson faculty and staff love their breakfast?
It's terrific. It's incredible. It's disgusting.
They put the fruits inside it, that's why.
Alright, so we just finished eating and we're about to head out into the Acropolis, so should be a good time, but honestly, I don't know anything that could beat Greek food. It was probably one of the top 10 food items that I've ever had before. We had the baklava, we had the pavlova, we had the omelet.
These are remains of the city, and some of them, it took them ages to renovate them, and there was a huge controversy where to build this museum. It's very, very important that they actually built it because it was, the main idea is to have a new museum, a brand new museum, in order to bring back some of the artifacts that are around the world. And this is something that will probably never happen, because if people start giving artifacts, that means that they have to give to the Egyptians, whatever. So that means that all the other museums will remain with almost no ancient things. So it's very important that we have it. However, there is a huge fight with the UK as well. I'll show you upstairs because of the marbles of Parthenon that were taken. I'll tell you the story. However, look at this. Some of them are incredible because they have sewer system as well.
Ton of stuff. And so that's one of some of the things that people comment on when they come to visit. Is the fact that the statues are missing. And so that was just part of traveling, and people just thought it was there, so they would just take it and go. And so you'll see that in some of the literature. They don't actually talk about the fact that, oh my gosh, there's all these things missing, what this place would have looked like had the sculptures been in place, had the original things been here. And that's like in 1806 as he's commenting, but it's happened even hundreds of years before that.
Huge thing. He even went to the European court in order to prevent that, and he actually did it because because this is part of history as well. I mean, this thing. Also, I should tell you that this street is the most.
So right now we're in the Acropolis Museum. So we should see some cool stuff. We already saw some of the historical monuments and figures before.
So, because I cannot, yell here, the idea of
go toward that way, please, and pay attention to the carvings on the seats. Sometimes those seats are dedicated to the rich and important people, but it looks like it was just carved by machine yesterday.
So this is the Parthenon Theater, which is the first theater from human existence, actually, which is pretty cool. So we finally made it here to the Acropolis. It's definitely been a hike, but I think it was worth it. As you can see, a lot of it has been torn down and a lot of it has been taken away. It's a crazy view from up here. It looks like you can see the whole city.
Did you take the picture of the city? Or you're doing that right now?
No, I'm playing actually.
So this is actually the city center and the highest point of Athens. So this is part of the reason why these structures were placed here. So there's a certain type of vibe that you get while standing atop here. You really get to see a lot of the ancient Greek structure.
The rocks.
The ancient.
Really like the rocks, don't just.
You really get to see a lot of the ancient Greek structures, the architecture, and pretty much there's a lot of things to do. A lot of people are taking pictures. A lot of people just walking around.
There's
Students
so much
coming.
To do. There's so much.
Students coming and study.
They sent a king, they imposed a king, the Bavarian one, who in 1830, and he stayed here for almost many civil engineers and architects here, so they created most of the really nice building you see. They're made by them. This used to be the palace, and there was a huge complex around that. They had gardens as well, which used to be called King's Gardens. Now they called Parliament's Gardens. Of course, it's a democracy. This is actually a huge building inside. It's amazing. I mean, you don't see it from the outside, but it's huge. And that's why, I mean, the demonstration we didn't see yesterday, they were coming here. There was some, especially in the real big demonstration, some people tried to get in and try to take it over. Of course, that didn't happen. So you can see the guards, which are the elite of the guards. You see what they wear. They wear skirts, which have